Analysis of beam and frame, steps to follow. Now we know that if you have to solve the truss using the flexibility method, so initial steps that we have to follow are: step number one is to find out the DSI. Then we have to select the redundant member or redundant reaction. Next, we have to perform the P analysis. Then we have to perform the K analysis. Then we have to prepare the table format. Then we have to find out the final member forces. When we are analyzing the truss using the flexibility method, our ultimate aim is to get the final member forces in a members. So in a truss analysis, we can use any method, but our ultimate aim or objective should be get the final member forces in a given truss. Okay. So this was the numerical we are discussing in the previous session. So this is the truss. So initially what we have did, we have found out the degree of static indeterminacy, that is nothing but the DSI. So DSI for the given truss we have worked out, and that DSI is 1. DSI is 1, and that DSI is DSI internal. So that's why the given truss is internally indeterminate. So that's why we have selected the redundant member. So for simplicity, we have to always select the diagonal member for the analysis purpose. Okay. Next, we have to remove that selected redundant member. So as you have selected AD member, so we have removed that AD member. Now truss will be the determinate truss. So once you get the determinate truss, we have to find out the P analysis, or we have to work out for the P analysis. P analysis, in P analysis, the member forces are due to the given external loading condition. So for that, initially we have to work out for the reactions. So find out the reaction using available equations, that is summation fx equal to 0, summation fy equal to 0, and summation of moment at point C equal to 0. Using these condition, you have got the reactions. Okay. And we have applied the joint method. So we have to use joint method to find out the member forces. So in case of joint method, how many unknowns we can solve at a time? How many maximum unknowns we can work out using joint method? Yes, anyone? In joint method, how many unknowns we can work out at a time? One, two, three, four. Kitty? Yes. Anyone?
Two.
2, yes. So this point we have to remember. So if you are using the joint method, in most of the cases we have to use the joint method. So at a joint, so maximum 2 unknown forces we can work out. Suppose if we consider the joint B initially, so at a joint B there are 3 unknown member forces. So initially we can't consider the joint B. Okay, so what point we have to remember? So select a joint where maximum 2 unknown forces are there. Maximum 2, minimum it should be 1. Okay, so if you consider joint A or joint D, so at joint A and D there are 2 unknown member forces. So we can select either A, or you can select either joint D. So that point we have to remember. Joint method, maximum 2 unknown forces we can work out. Okay, so we have worked out the P forces for a given truss. Now today we will discuss about the K analysis. Now K analysis are nothing but, or the K forces are nothing but, these are the member forces due to the application of unit load. Okay, K member forces are the member forces due to the application of unit load. Now, so first step in the K analysis is that we have to remove the external loading. So whatever may be the loading acting on a truss, that we have to remove. Okay. So here, so what loading we are having? So at a point B, the vertical point load of 5 kilonewton was there. So that load we have removed it. Okay. So that load we have to remove. Okay. So after that, we have to apply the unit load. So where to apply the unit load? We have to apply the unit load in place of redundant member. लक्षात घ्या, we have to apply the unit load we have to apply the unit load in place of reaction or in place of redundant member. So this unit load position, it depends on your DSI. हे कशावरती डिपेंड असेल? It depends on your DSI value. If our DSI is DSI external, means the truss is externally indeterminate. कसा असेल? If the truss is externally indeterminate, so in that case we have to apply this unit load for the reaction. जी reaction तुम्ही select करा as a redundant reaction, so in place of that reaction you have to apply the unit load 1 kilonewton load. Okay, but in this particular truss, what you have considered, as truss is internally indeterminate and we have selected AD member as a redundant. AD diagonal member we have selected as a redundant member. Okay. So in place of that member, we have to apply the unit load here. So as we have selected the member, so member it is joined by connecting the two joints. So this is A, this is D. Means we have to apply the load pair. दोन load आपल्याला apply करायचे आहेत. So first it will be at a joint A, second it will be at a joint D. Okay, now you are having freedom. So these are the joint. You may consider compressive load for both the joint, or you may consider tensile load for both the joints. Now here, so what load pair I have considered, either compressive or tensile? Here I have considered the compressive load pair. Compressive means towards the joint. Hey baga, towards the joint A. So that's why compressive. Again, this second unit load towards the joint D. So that's why compressive. So you may consider this load pair as a tensile. Okay. So you can consider this as a away from the joint. Answer will be same, away from the joint, like this. Away from the joint, tensile. Okay. Tensile, tensile, or this is also correct, or you can consider this like this. That will be compressive, compressive. So no change in the analysis. So point is that we have to apply the unit load pair. We have to apply the pair of unit load. It may be compressive or it may be tensile. So here I have considered the compressive. तुम्ही हे tensile पण consider करू शकता. Okay. Now next point we have to remember. Star करा किंवा note करून लिहून ठेवा. If the truss is internally indeterminate, if the truss is internally indeterminate or internally redundant, okay, internally indeterminate or internally redundant, in case of K analysis, in case of K analysis, don't find out the reactions. No need to find out the reactions. Don't find the reactions. Don't find reactions. Okay. Because as the truss is internally redundant, so what our main point of interest is to get the member forces. Okay. To get the member forces in these members. ठीक है. So to find out these member forces, we have applied the unit load pair at joint A and at joint D. So we are not interested to get the reaction at C and to get the reaction at D, as the truss is internally indeterminate. काय लक्षात ठेवायचं बघा. If the truss is internally indeterminate, इन केस ऑफ के अनालिसिस मध्ये रिएक्शन फाइंड आउट करायच्या नाहीत. एफ एक्स एफ वाय मुवमेंट हे तीन इक्वेशन यूज करायचे नाहीत. अँड डोंट मेन्शन द रिएक्शन ऑल्सो, ॲज आवर सपोर्ट सी इज हिंज सपोर्ट. ओके, हा काय आहे? हिंज आहे. डी आहे रोलर. So don't consider the reaction in K analysis if the truss is internally indeterminate. So just remove the given loading. Second, apply the unit load pair in place of the redundant member. Then use the joint method. Okay, then we have to use the joint method. Now, so again we are having four joint. Joint A is there, joint B is there, joint D is there, joint C is there. Now tell me, suppose joint, there are, these are the four joints. So which joint we have to consider first for the analysis? Which joints, either A, B, C, D, कोणते जॉइंट आपण कन्सिडर करू शकतो युजिंग द जॉइंट मेथड, आणि कोणते जॉइंट कन्सिडर करू शकत नाही इनिशियली. Yes. Which joint we have to consider? चार जॉइंट आहेत ए बी सी डी. कोणता जॉइंट कन्सिडर करायचा अगोदर अनालिसिस साठी?
A.
ए जॉइंट. यस, करेक्ट. अगेन
D.
यस, डी. Okay, D. So we can consider A or we can consider D. Correct. Why? What is the reason? Answer is correct, but why?
दोन अननोन आणि एक नॉन मेंबर.
Yes, very good. So in case of joint method, what you have to remember? So at a joint, so what joint you have to consider? So any joint you are considering, so at that particular joint, we have to see that maximum two unknowns are there. Maximum two unknowns. If unknowns are more than two, so you can't use the joint method. So if you consider a joint, there are two unknowns. You can use a joint initially. If you consider the D joint, at D joint also there are two unknowns. You can use the initially joint D for the analysis. Now, initially we can't use joint B or we can't use joint C. C आणि B joint initially आपण घेऊ शकत नाही because if you consider the joint B, so there are three members which are unknown. हे unknownच आहेत. तीन मेंबर आहेत आणि ते सगळे कसे आहेत unknown आहेत. So in joint method we are having two conditions, summation fx, summation fy. We are having only two conditions and three unknowns. So we can't solve using the joint method. But at a joint A or D, we are having two unknowns and we are having two conditions which can be solved easily. Two equations, two unknown can be solved easily. So that's why either you can consider joint A or you can consider joint D. So here I have considered joint A. Initially, I have considered the joint A. Now, if you consider the joint A, so take the section, okay, cut the member AB, cut the member AC and assume that member forces are acting tensile. These are the assumptions. So I will assume K member force in AB member it is tensile and the K member force for AC member that is also tensile. Tensile means away from joint A. Away from joint A. Okay. हे काय assume केलंय मी initially टेन्साईल अझ्युम केलेलं आहे. दिस इज द अझम्पशन, प्युअर अझम्पशन. ओके. टेन्साईल दीज आर द अझम्पशन्स. एखाद्याला वाटलं नाही टेन्साईल नाही कॉम्प्रेसिव्ह असेल, ओके, सो यू कॅन कन्सिडर दिस के ए बी ॲज अ कॉम्प्रेसिव्ह ऑल्सो. नो प्रॉब्लेम, यू विल गेट द सेम आन्सर. कॉम्प्रेसिव्ह पण घेऊ शकता और टेन्साईल. So for simplicity, for each and every member, we will consider initial assumption. All member forces are tensile, and this is the assumption. This is free body diagram, and the 1 kilonewton load it is acting compressive as you have considered the compressive. जर तुम्ही टेन्साईल घेतला असेल तर हा कसा येणार, अवे फ्रॉम द जॉइंट येणार. ओके, दिस इज द FBD. This is the free body diagram for joint E. Okay. Now, so what condition we are having? We are having two conditions, summation fx, summation fy. So initially we will consider summation fx equal to 0. So if I consider summation of horizontal forces equal to 0, so this is the purely horizontal force, okay, KAB lies on the positive x-axis, that's why plus. Now tell me, this compressive 1 kilonewton load, why it is minus 1 cos 45? कोण सांगेल why? What is the reason? This is why minus 1 cos 45. Summation of horizontal forces equal to 0. What is the reason? Minus 1 cos 45. Hi, शशिकांत सांग.
लेफ्ट ऍक्सिसला जाते सर रिझॉल्व केल्यानंतर.
येस, म्हणजे तो कोणता चालला, सेकंड क्वाड्रंट मध्ये चाललाय. दिस फोर्स इट इज लाइज इन द सेकंड क्वाड्रंट लाइक दिस. सो इन केस ऑफ सेकंड क्वाड्रंट, our x component is minus, that's why minus. Good. So that's why minus p cos theta. So x component is always p cos theta. सेकंड क्वाड्रंट आहे त्यामुळे काय असेल ते मायनस असेल. सो दॅट्स वाय मायनस पी कॉस थिटा. व्हॉट इज पी? दॅट इज 1. So that's why minus 1 cos of 45. This 45 and this will be also 45 due to opposite angle. So that's why minus cos 45 is equal to 0. Is equal to 0. Okay. And this is the purely vertical. So that's why for KAC, no horizontal component is there. So that's why KAB is equal to cos 45. So this term, if you consider on the right hand side, that will be positive. So that's why KAB, it will be 0.71 kilonewton. Our this answer is positive. After the analysis, this answer is positive. What it indicates? Answer हे पॉझिटिव्ह आलं म्हणजे काय? Answer is positive.
Tensile.
Yes, tensile means our assumption is correct. So what direction we have assumed for KAB, that is tensile. ते आपलं assumption आहे बरोबर, कारण हे कॅल्क्युलेशन नंतर आन्सर आलं पॉझिटिव्ह. सो दॅट्स वाय KAB it is tensile 0.71 kilonewton. Okay, this is first condition, summation fx equal to 0. Next will be summation fy equal to 0. Make the summation of vertical forces equal to 0. Now here, so this is KAB, it is purely horizontal, so vertical component will be 0. Now, so again this 1 kilonewton load lies in the second quadrant, okay, and that's why the y component will be positive. So if you apply summation of y equal to 0, so that will be -1 sine of 45. Okay, 1 kilonewton second quadrant, so that's why plus or minus this will be plus. Okay, second quadrant y component will be plus, like this. This is the second quadrant, y component will be plus, x will be minus. X minus असेल, y असेल plus. So y component of this 1 kilonewton load will be plus 1 sine 45. Okay, then this KAC, it is vertically downward, so that's purely vertical, so that's why minus KAC, K force in member AC is equal to 0. So what we get? KAC is equal to 1 sine 45. Directly what we will get? Again answer is plus. KAC will be sine 45. Again answer is positive, that is 0.71 kilonewton. Answer is positive means our assumption is correct about KEC also. KEC also it is tensile away from the joint. Means KAB and KAC, these are the tensile member forces with 10 magnitude 0.71 kilonewton. Okay, so this is for joint A. These are the calculation for joint A. Now consider joint C. If I consider the joint C, okay, this is the joint C. Now at this particular joint C, how many unknowns are there? There are 3 unknowns, but out of 3 we have found out KAC. What is KAC? It is tensile. So at a joint C, that member force will be away from the joint, and that is 0.71. So again we will assume KCB also tensile, KCD also tensile. You can assume tensile, tensile, or compressive, compressive. And if you draw the free body diagram for joint C, now here what you have considered, so this is already calculated, that is tensile, and for KCB I have considered in this particular diagram as a compressive. This is compressive considered. You can consider tensile also, no problem, you will get the same answer. And KCD it is tensile. Now here, so no doubt at a joint C there are 3 forces, 1, 2, 3, but out of 3 1 is known to us. 3 forces आहेत, पण 3 पैकी एक आपल्याला माहित आहे. So again maximum unknowns are 2, so use the joint method. So initially apply, suppose summation Fy equal to 0. So if I apply summation Fy equal to 0, so what we get? So this KCB, this will be what? Lies in the third quadrant, like this, third quadrant. So in third quadrant, our y component will be minus. So that's why minus KCB, and that will be sine of 45, minus KCB sine of 45, and plus 0.71. So this is purely vertical upward. So that's why 0.71, that will be positive, is equal to 0 if you simplify. So what we get? 0.71 divided by sine 45. So that will be KCB. Okay. So again, if you simplify, our answer will be positive. Our answer will be positive. What it indicates? This is positive. याचा अर्थ काय? Answer is positive. What it indicates?
Tensile.
Tensile. बघा, विचार करा. KCB answer is positive. Our assumption is compressive. समजते का? बघा, अगोदर टेन्साइल घेतलं होतं आपण assumption, आन्सर पॉझिटिव्ह होतं, दॅट्स वाय टेन्साइल. बट हिअर what is our assumption? Compressive. Okay, and after the calculation answer is positive, so member force will be
कॉम्प्रेसिव्ह
compressive. काय लक्षात ठेवायचं?
डायरेक्शन बरोबर.
Yes, direction बरोबर, exactly. So if after the calculation, if answer is positive, our assumed direction is correct. असंच लक्षात ठेवा. After the calculation, if answer is positive, our assumed direction, it may be compressive or it may be tensile. कॉम्प्रेसिव्ह असू द्या किंवा टेन्साईल असू द्या, जी डायरेक्शन तुम्ही अज्युम केलेली आहे ती आहे बरोबर. आयदर टेन्साईल और कॉम्प्रेसिव्ह डिपेंड्स ऑन द assumption. Okay. But after the calculation, if answer is positive for a member force, so our assumed direction is correct, compressive. If it is tensile, this will be tensile. That we have to remember. Okay. This is for KCB. Then apply the summation of horizontal forces equal to 0. So if I make summation Fx equal to 0, so in that case, KCD, it will be purely lies on the purely positive x-axis. So that's why KCD is equal to, okay, so I will simplify here also, summation Fx equal to 0. So KCD, K force in member CD, again this KCB, it is compressive, lies in the third quadrant, and x component will be minus KCB. Okay, KCB cos of 45, so that's why KCD is equal to, we can say this is equal to 0, or KCD is equal to KCB cos of 45, but KCB is what? 1. So that's why 1 into cos of 45, that is value of KCD, and that is cos 45 is 0.71 kilonewton. Again, answer is positive for KCD, so our assumed direction is correct. Our assumed direction for KCD is correct. That will be tensile. Okay. बघा इथं प्लस आहे पण काय अजूम केलं होतं? कॉम्प्रेसिव्ह. इथं प्लस आलं पण काय अजूम केलं होतं? टेन्साईल. ओके, म्हणजे काय म्हणायचं? आफ्टर द कॅल्क्युलेशन, इफ आन्सर इज पॉझिटिव्ह लाईक दिस, our assumed direction, it may be compressive or it may be tensile. These directions are correct. This is for joint C. Now, as we know that this particular truss, it is the symmetrical one. Okay, the truss is somehow symmetrical, so we can conclude what we can conclude. Now see here, so member force in AB is equal to member force in CD, then member force in AC is equal to member force in BD due to the symmetry. And for this diagonal, we have calculated the member force, that will be compressive one. Okay. So due to the symmetry, you can consider joint A, and same member force will be reflected for CD and BD. So you can write for remaining members. Okay. So due to the symmetry, so we can conclude KDB, the member force will be 0.71 kilonewton tensile. Okay. Now this is P analysis and K analysis is completed. What is next now? We have to prepare the table format. So, but for before table format, what points you have to remember? Now here, L by AE, it is constant for all the members. So what in that table format, what we have to find out? We have to find out summation PKL by AE. So what is our point of interest? Summation PKL by AE, then summation K square L divided by AE. Okay. But as L by AE, it is constant for all the members. Now we can neglect from the calculation. So if you neglect L by E for all the members, means what you have to find out? We have to find out only summation Pk, and we have to find out summation K square. Okay. So as the terms are same, so we can neglect from the calculation for simplicity. In the sign convention, tensile forces are positive, compressive forces are negative, as we have discussed in the previous session, sign convention. Now this is the table format. Now what is the table format? Member. Okay. The next will be the P force of member, K force of member, Pk. Now actually this will be PKL by AE. Okay, this should be PKL by AE, but L by AE, it is constant for all the members. So we can neglect from the calculation for simplification of the calculation. So that's why this is Pk, this is K square. Actually it will be K square L by AE. And the final member forces will be P plus K into Q. Now note down the all the P forces and K forces for respective members. So there are 6 members are there. Now in previous session for P analysis, what we have got? We have got only the P force for BD member, that will be tensile 5 kilonewton. Okay, so that's why 5 kilonewton we have written. Next, for K forces, AB tensile, AC tensile, then BD and CD. This is tensile and this is compressive. Okay, then for AD and BC, these are the compressive member forces we have worked out from the K analysis. Now next, once you work out P and K analysis, then work out for the pk and k square. Okay, so these are the mathematical calculation. After this, working out this table, make the summation. Okay, summation of pk and summation of k square. Okay, make the summation of this column and make the summation of this column. So what we get, so once you make the summation for pk, so basically this is summation pkl by ee. Okay, so as L by E it is constant for all the members we have neglected. So that's why summation Pk. Then this will be summation K square L by AE. So L by AE it is constant for all the members. So that's why only summation K square. So these are the values you have got. Now what we are having, we know the compatibility equation, that is dq is equal to dql plus f into q. Now here dq, no any sinking of support is given, that's why 0. एक्सटर्नल सिंकिंग किंवा लॅक ऑफ हीट टेम्परेचर इफेक्ट काहीच दिलेलं नाही. एक्सटर्नल डिस्प्लेसमेंट इज नॉट गिवन, सो दॅट्स वाय डी क्यू इज 0. dql is summation pk, flexibility is summation k square, and q is the member force in AD member. Okay, now put the corresponding value. So what we get, you will get the 0 is equal to summation pk 3.55 plus summation k square 4.016 into q. Q is the final member force in redundant member AD. If you simplify, minus 3.55 divided by 4.016, so q will be minus 0.88 kilonewton. Okay, now this q is the, we can say, correction factor or the redundant force in final member, redundant member AD. So that q represents final member force in the redundant member. Okay, now once you get the value of q, once we know the value of q, now get the final member forces. So P force of member AB, it is 0, plus K force is what? 0.71. Okay, means 0 plus 0.71 into what is Q? Q is minus 0.82 that we have calculated. Okay, so that calculation we have to perform. Okay, P force of member plus K force of member into Q. So in SA1, Q represented as a correction factor. Okay, but here Q represents final member force of the redundant member. Baga, this is the Q. So that Q is 0.88. Okay, so AD is the redundant member. AD, it is the redundant member. So that Q is 0.88. So that 0.88 value, it is the final member force of AD member, because in case of AD member, P force will be 0, as we have removed that AD member in P analysis to get the determinate truss. काय लक्षात ठेवायचं यामध्ये, Q इट इज द फायनल मेंबर फोर्स ऑफ द रिडंडंट. हा पॉइंट लक्षात ठेवायचा आहे. कॉम्पिटिटिव्ह एक्झाम मध्ये किंवा आता ऑनलाईन MCQ असेल त्यामध्ये काय देतात, प्रॉब्लेम कशा टाईपचे असतात ते आपण डिस्कस करूया. So in competitive examination or in MCQ examination, so they will give the value of dq, dql, also they will give value of f. Okay, and they will mention for a pin jointed plane truss, the truss is internally redundant and the redundant member is AD. Okay, redundant member is what? AD, and these values are given. Then final member force in AD member is, final member force in AD member is. So definitely if you know the dql, if you know the f, if you know the q, so just find out the q, and that q represents final member force of the redundant member. Star करून लिहून ठेवा. q represents final member force slash or final member force or final reaction of redundant. In this case, we are having internally indeterminate trust. That's why member force. If the trust is externally indeterminate, in that case, it should be redundant reaction. Okay. हा Q काय असेल? एक तर redundant reaction असेल externally indeterminate trust मध्ये, किंवा Q is the final member force of the redundant member ह्या प्रॉब्लेम सारखं. सो फायनल मेंबर फोर्स ऑफ AD इज इक्वल टू Q. एवढं लक्षात ठेवायचं आहे. फायनल मेंबर फोर्स ऑफ AD is equal to Q. And once you get the value of Q, then pre prepare the table format and get the remaining member forces. Get the remaining member forces using that formula, and that formula is P is equal to P is, P is equal to, or F is equal to, we can say P plus K into Q. This is the formula to get the final member force. So our ultimate aim is to get the final member forces of member. And what we are having the formula, P force of that member, K force of that member, and the Q. Okay, so for Q, you should know what is the summation PKL by AE. We should know what is the summation K square L by AE. So this divided by this, you will get the Q. Means to get the final member forces of each and every member, it depends on the P analysis, K analysis, and the correction factor Q. And the Q depends on your DSI value. It may be externally indeterminate or it may be internally indeterminate. Okay. So this analysis, it will be same as that of your SA1. Now, one problem you have to solve as a homework like this. Find out forces in all members of truss. Consider cross-sectional area and material of all members same. Okay. And the length is also, you can consider as the same. So here length is L. So we can consider this length as a L also. And this is also L. And diagonal length you can find out using the Pythagoras theorem. Now, area is also same. Material of all members same means what? Which property is same here? Material of all members same means which property is given? Yes. Materials of all members same म्हणजे काय सेम दिलेलं आहे इथं? Modulus of elasticity. Materials means modulus of elasticity, that is the material property. Okay, means AE is constant is given. AE is constant is given means for displacement analysis summation PKL by AE. Okay, summation PKL by AE एक फाइंड आउट करायचं आहे तुम्हाला, आणि त्यानंतर इन टेबल फॉर्मॅट समेशन K स्क्वेअर L बाय AE हे आपल्याला फाइंड आउट करायचं, बरोबर आहे. बट ॲज एरिया and modulus of elasticity is constant, so you can neglect AE from the calculation. Means here we have to find out summation PKL by working out that table and summation K square L. Okay, now here length of diagonal member we have to find out. This is L, this is L. Now what is length of diagonal member? Sanga root of, yes, length of diagonal member क्या असेल? if this is L, height is L, base is L, so this diagonal member BD or AC is BD, which is equal to AC, that is equal to किती असेल? Yes, Pythagoras theorem, L square plus L square. Okay, so that will be 2L square. So likewise we have to find out the length. Okay, and here initially get the DSI, then select if this particular truss is externally or internally indeterminate, that you have to work out. Now tell me by just observation, the given truss is externally indeterminate or internally indeterminate? Yes, The given trust is
इंटरनल डिटर्मिनेट.
येस इंटरनली इनडिटर्मिनेट. कसं लक्षात ठेवायचं बघा, सांगितलं होतं फक्त रिॲक्शन बघायच्या अगोदर. इफ द रिॲक्शन्स आर 3, if the reactions are 3, so definitely trust will be internally indeterminate. If the reactions are more than 3, if R is greater than 3, externally indeterminate. At a time दोन्ही तुम्हाला भेटणार नाही, either internally or externally. So here one is hinge, another is roller. So 3 reactions. So definitely this will be externally determinate, but internally it will be indeterminate. So members are 6. So definitely you will get the value of DSI is equal to 0 plus 1. 0 it is for DSI external and 1 it is for DSI internal. Now same steps what you have performed for previous problem, same steps you have to follow, but here reactions will be acting like this, perpendicular to the plane of roller. This will be, we can say RA, this will be RD, okay, and this will be your AX. This is your AX. These are the reactions. So initially find out the DSI, select the redundant member. You can consider, now tell me कोणता मेंबर सिलेक्ट करणार ट्रस्ट जर तुमचा इंटरनली इनडिटर्मिनेट आहे. रिडंडंट मेंबर कोणता सिलेक्ट करणार सांगा. yes, which member we have to select as a redundant member here?
BD.
AD. AD, this member.
BD. BD.
BD, yes, very good. So we have to select the diagonal member. Very good. BD, it is the diagonal member. You can select BD or you can select AC. AC किंवा BD पैकी कोणताही एक select करा. Okay, and perform the same analysis. I will share this PPT and try to solve this numerical. So in the next session we will discuss what are the different variety of numerical are asked in the trust. Okay, फक्त काय व्हरायटी आहे तेच डिस्कस करणार आहे. प्रॉब्लेम हे 2 मोर दॅन सफिशियंट आहेत. सो इन एक्झामिनेशन आयदर दे विल आस्क problem from externally indeterminate or internally indeterminate. So in next session at 11:45 we will discuss how many types of numericals are